Can't wait for the next pair I do. Hello everybody, I'm going to attempt to make a video on how I created this shoe. Again, I am amateur. Although it was my shoe made for myself, but I am amateur. Not to test really what I was going to use, but I made this little shoe, but I didn't like that. I wanted to do something with this, so I made this up. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Alright, so be patient, me, and I'm sure once you learn, or you do it, do how you want, obviously fit, then you can do it. Hello guys, so this is the shoe. Alright, so just remember again, this shoe is going to look like this shoe. Now, I've got some kind of filming going on here because I'm here alone and I don't have anyone to help me. However, back to what we're doing here. So all I did was I took the shoe. Here's my fabric. And I kind of made my own pattern. So I know that I want it to stop here in the front. And I want it to stop here in the back middle. Each way. So all I did was put the fabric over the top. I had some pins and I tried to use that to make it stick. It didn't work for me. So then what I did is I also wanted to make sure that the Stiller symbol would be, I want a Stiller symbol here to show, like the whole Stiller name, and possibly here. But if nothing else, a helmet and a Stiller here. So that's how I measured my fabric. So I just felt freehand, felt for it. So I know that this is the top of the shoe, as you can see that. I don't know if you can see it that well. And this is the bottom, so that it looks like that. So I know I have a Stiller sign there and a whole Stiller here, so I can adjust a little bit, pull it down. And I have some at the top, which I can cut that later. But I have my whole Stiller sign here. So then what I do, I take and cut my fabric. Straight up from there. So I have this to the side. So then I just got this piece right here. Still, again, I don't know if you can see that well. I just have this piece. I'm working on my little desk because I have a sit-stand desk because I work from home. But this is what I got. It's about that much. So then what I do is, so this is my shoe. Then from that point, I can take the fabric glue. Let me measure it again. So I got a Stiller sign. I may be off a little, guys. I got a Stiller sign there. Okay. And it's okay if you got to overlap some. It's okay. That's not right how I want it. I gotta find that symbol again. The one I had originally. Here it is. This one right here. So I know I had enough overlap in here. In the front. That's that Stiller. Here's my helmet. So actually I can go, I'm gonna cut this off in the bottom so I know which one I'm going to use. I don't get confused again. So I have enough back here in the back to overlap. I have enough in the front. So if you're still watching, so here it is. That's that whole symbol there. I can bring that down some. Have a whole symbol here. So from there, all I do is I take my fabric glue, put a couple drops, and it's good that you have a paintbrush, a working paintbrush at that. I'm just using what I got. I may use my fingers in just a second because I gotta wash my hands before my next shift starts. This brush isn't gonna work because it's dried out. So that brush had dried out. So when all else fails, you cut off the bristles that's dried, that's glued together, instead of throwing the whole brush away. And what I didn't do is, like, I didn't glue all the way up to the top for the most part because I wanted to leave room for me to cut. So I'm sorry again if you can't fully see, but I am working alone right now. The hubster is at work, and I wanted to go ahead and get it done for you guys so you can create your own shoes. And if anybody can give me any pointers, because I got another pair of wedges that I'm going to do as well. I think if I'm a LeBron fan, so if I can find LeBron material, since he's all over the place with his teams, I'll just do a LeBron shoe. But if I can't find that, then I'll just find some like flowery, or maybe like Gucci or Louis, one of those name brands. But yeah, I try not to get all the way to the edge because I'm going to leave room to cut. So get that spreaded. Once I do that, then all I did, see, I only got it to there. Let's add a little bit more. Only got it to there. I didn't do the other side. Only did one side at a time. Into there in the back. So again, forgive me if you can't see well. My apologies. And all I did was take the fabric. I know where I want my helmet at. I got my Stila name there. And then I just pressed it down. So I let that dry, but while that's drying, but I do make sure it's pressed down. Also, while it's drying, what I can do, because I can see the edges clearly, I can go ahead and I can, let's see. I can go ahead and, excuse me, I can take my scissors. Yeah, oh, I didn't move that all the way to the edge. It's okay. That's okay. Or was it this one? Okay, here we go. I had the wrong one on. Because I know I had to go all the way to the middle. May need to add a little bit more glue because I took it off on that first one. Like again, trial and error. I had it on the wrong helmet. It took some of the glue off when I moved it. But I learned from you guys. You guys amaze me in the Black Girls Craft. Shouting you out. I'm adding this to my YouTube. So again, if any of you guys make a shoe, please post it so I can see. I would love to learn some tips and tricks to do a better shoe. Want that right there, and my stiller goes across the front. I don't care about that helmet showing as long as this helmet is showing and this name. And I just press it on to the back. I'm not worried about seams or anything like that. I'll fix that. And you may need to pull. If you have any bubbles, just pull that. You don't want no gaps. And those spots should dry clear. So I'm not worried about that either. And if it doesn't, you can wipe it off. So as you can see, I have seam like edges. So I can cut around that. And what I do, I just take my scissors. But I really wait till it dries. And I cut as close as I can to that, because I'm going to go back and cut it more when it dries. But what I can do, since that is kind of close, I can take this piece up here and go ahead and start cutting. And all I do is I just feel around the edges, because I'm going to go back and cut more. And I go all the way around. So then I have that piece. Again, all of this will be cleaned up. I'll put some of this on the edges like I did the other shoe. It's just seam fabric. And so what I can do, making sure that's pressed down. Run it over. Whoop. Again, you don't want to use too much glue. I'm just making sure I got. And I don't care if that name is tilted, as long as it's on there. That's all I care about. So as you can see, I have this overlap, I have this overlap. Now, what I did do to help with my drying process, I did take some of these straight pins, like in places like this, I can put that in, take the straight pin and stick that in till I get to where I want it to be. Since we can stick stuff in cork. And I did it to the front as well, so I'm gonna do that. So at least stay till I get to that part. I know I'm all over this. Oh, excuse me. Again, I'm back. Sorry. I'm working alone here, don't forget. So, that's that. And I'll take and cut these edges. And then what I can do, or what you can do, you can take this and fold it over to make a little clean seam. And you can hot glue it down or fabric glue it down, whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna go do this other side, and pretty much it's the same thing as the other side, but I'm gonna do this other side and speed this up a little bit, and then I'll come back and do the trim. But I'll show you the seams as well when I do that. All right, be right back.
I can feel your heart racing, 'cause everybody knows, yeah, everybody knows. And I can feel your body shaking of every single touch. And that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. Oh, I find it so hard being addicted to your love. I find it so hard being addicted to your touch. I find it so hard knowing that you are just my drug. And I find it so hard knowing you treated me like a mark. We ain't gotta talk about it right now, 'cause every time we talk about it, you stare at the floor. Give me the stars like I don't right now. You gotta go, baby. We ain't gotta talk about it right now, 'cause every time we talk about it, you stare at the floor. Give me the stars like I don't right now. You gotta go, baby. I can feel your heart racing, 'cause everybody knows, yeah, everybody knows. And I can feel your body shaking of every single touch. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. I can feel your heart racing, 'cause everybody knows, yeah, everybody knows. And I can feel your body shaking of every single touch. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. 'Cause everything turned to nothing so easily, and now you ain't there, it's so clear to see. Like, why were you acting suspiciously? You said that you needed some room to breathe, and all I ever wanted was your honesty. I just don't know what to believe. Just don't lie to me. I can feel your heart racing, 'cause everybody knows, yeah, everybody knows. And I can feel your body shaking of every single touch. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes.
put this part down. Yeah, on this one. Okay guys, here are both shoes together. I like. Can't wait to see how they look on my feet. Can't wait for the next pair I do.